Now, this is not a clip to go with my podcast, The Beast Exposed. This is to let y'all know where I stand on something, because I ran across something and it's got my mind running. It's got the gears grinding. Tiger Singh. He said July 9th he was going to be in Jerusalem to, be part of the conference for world religions. Okay. First of all, going to Jerusalem for a conference on world religions, which is, to say that, how can we all get along? It would be like someone going to World War II Germany and the Auschwitz concentration camp as the location for tolerance within society. I mean, really. Now, the timing is really interesting, though, and this is what got my gears grinding for this guru Tiger Singh fella. July 4th, the so-called Independence Day of the U.S., which I won't even get into that bullshit. July 4th was the day that Benjamin Netanyahu, arguably one of the most vicious, cold-hearted, ruthless mass murderers in history, met with one of the few men in today's society that can actually say that he individually is almost able to take credit for as many deaths as Benjamin Netanyahu. I mean, like individually. And I'm referring to Prime Minister Modi. Now, Tiger Singh probably knows who I'm talking about. Others may not. He is the head of India, the Prime Minister of India, recently elected, part of a extremist right-wing organization that rose up to power out of nothing. I mean, if there is any group anywhere that is a mirror reflection of the Nazi Party and Adolf Hitler himself, the accepted historical version of Adolf Hitler, it's Modi, not Trump. Trump's a dumbass with lots of money that he got from Russian mob ties in Vegas, some of which he got from his daddy also. Now, that was why it was kind of bugging me, because I feel like there's too many people trying to be politically correct, and I want BTW, the audience, the roster members, to understand me in case they haven't gotten it yet. The Beast Exposed didn't get through to them yet. Yes, I'm careful what I say on the Beast Exposed, and it's not because I care about sensitivities. It's not because I'm worried about hurting someone's feelings. I don't bring religion into the Beast Exposed, into that stuff, because I don't want it to get things twisted. I don't want them to look at it and be like, oh, well, he's obviously biased. I mean, look at what he's talking about. He's talking about Islam. I don't want that to get in the way. But let me make something very clear here. If I knew in my heart, I knew that I was able to, not even saying I was able to get away with it as far as, I wouldn't be killed or captured. If I just knew I was successfully able to kill Prime Minister Modi or Benjamin Netanyahu, I would gun them down in a fucking second, with not a second thought to it. Not a second thought to it. Matter of fact, when they came to pick me up, I would be sitting with a smile on my face. Okay? That's how much I'm worried about political correctness. I don't give a damn. Both of those men are fucking monsters. The fact that mainstream America still stands behind Israel makes me sick to my fucking stomach. These people kill children unapologetically. If you talk to a true Israeli, they will tell you the bombings on the schools and the playgrounds and the hospitals, that shit is not accidental. They're doing that shit on purpose. And again, I don't want to get off on a tirade because I could really start going off if I wanted to. But this is just to give you an idea of who I am. The Beast Exposed, like I said, the reason I don't bring religion into it is because I don't want the facts, the clear, unbiased facts, to be ignored simply because of my religious worldview. Because the facts are plain. Whether you're Muslim, Jewish, atheist, whatever, it's still there as far as that goes. But I also want it to be made clear that I'm not one of these politically correct people. I honestly believe that everyone who practices homosexuality and does not change it and repent for it is going to hell. Okay, that's another example. I do not believe in being politically correct. I believe in what I believe, and I am not concerned about what other people think about that. Because quite frankly, and I don't want to sound like a dick here because I don't believe it's everyone's fault, but the average people, especially the American people, who would, the ones who would actually judge me for thinking that way, for seeing that way, are nothing more than sheeple who have been deceived by the same mass media that I am trying so hard to speak against. They have been deceived by the system, the beast. They have been deceived. Those who would speak against me, those who would wave their little American flag and talk about God bless America, the greatest country on earth, despite the fact that we have one of the lowest education rates. We easily have one of the lowest national IQ rates. We are the fattest nation on earth. You could definitely argue that. We have some of the fattest people on the planet. But these are the people that would object to me saying the kind of things that I'm saying. These idiots who truly believe that there's a difference between the Republican and Democratic Party, like both of those fuckers aren't being paid by the same exact people. Like Obama and Trump both did not point members of Goldman Sachs into their fucking cabinet. Come on. Anyway, I'm starting to rant off. I can see that the time is starting to get a little bit up there. So that's what I have to say on this political correctness. And you can think of this as Fathi's tirade. Okay? Meet Fathi Part 2. Alright? Whatever you want to call it. I don't give a damn. Salam.